I am doing a graph of Nicki Minaj, and it's for someone who's gonna see this video. She is so lucky. I love her because this graph is really, really difficult. And it's taking a lot of time. But I just want to show you, ladies, how you could take a big jumbled mess and make it into something. I myself been doing images for a long time, and way before the whole crocheting, I've been doing Photoshop and, doing certain flyers and certain things. So I know how certain images should look and how it shouldn't look, where to put the shadow at. And when it comes down to detail, I am very thorough in my detail. And I need it to look like the actual picture's detail. So I spent a lot of time on trying to make this. Now for Nicki Minaj hair, being that I am coming back a little bit, you can see exactly what it is, and you could tell it's hair, and you could tell that it's, just a crazy hairstyle on the side. Once you get closer, you don't know what's going on. It just looks like a mess when it gets closer. So what I do is always look at the whole picture. I always look at the whole picture. I look at how I study my picture. I study how the graph came out, how PC Stitch had laid it out for me to graph, to clean it up. I look at the original picture to make sure that I'm doing it the right way. I look at all the detail to make sure this is gonna be the right thing. Now, already, PC Stitch has some areas here that are fading. It's different colors. I'm going to use that because this right here shows exactly how the hair is going, and it's going like in a curve. So I'm going to use a little bit of that, but then I'm also going to fake it because in the original picture it's faded, and you can't do that in a graph like how you could do it in actual images. It's faded. You can't fade with your yarn. You can't fade with your graph. So I'm gonna fake it and make it look as realistic as possible. Make it look like it needs to look. And the only thing I could really suggest to you ladies is you need to basically study your image. Study how you're going to graph it. Study where your shadow is going. Study how you're gonna do this merge. Make sure that it looks like something. Make sure that it looks like the actual image and not something that you don't even know what it is. And to have the hair going in certain places, make sure that it actually matches up. You don't want it to not match up, and then when you look at the big picture, it's one line going one way and another line going another way. That's really not a cute image, although some do that, but I'm gonna not comment on that. So that actually goes towards photos. The reason why I can't teach photos is because I can't teach something that you should already know, or you should already have an idea on how it's going to be. If you know how to graph, and if you know how to take a simple vector image or cartoon image and make it into a nice image to crochet, you just have to keep practicing on how you make your shadows and how you blend your colors and how you do your outline. After that, after you do your outlines and make sure that the whole picture looks the way it's needed, it's not easy, it's a little tedious, but a photo can be graphed and you can do it. It's just has to be a lot of practice. And honestly, it took me a year and a half to decide whether or not I was going to do it. And I would do a whole bunch of graphs, but I will also make sure that I would do at least 1 or 2 photos every now and then for myself. And didn't show anybody. I just wanted to see if I could do it for myself. And then make sure that all those little dots connected. So that when you crochet, it don't look like a bunch of freckles on somebody's face. Or the shadow that you're trying to make as a shadow looks like somebody has real bad acne or discoloration on their face. I don't like that. I mean, there's some people that don't mind, but I can't deal with that. I don't want my image looking like that. But then again, I always look at images. I've been looking at images for the past 10 years, so I know what I'm looking at. Those of you who don't, I can't tell you how you would want your photo to look. I can't tell you how you want your shadow to look or how you want your face to look. I can't tell you that. That's a personal preference. So therefore, I cannot teach you how to do photos. I can only show you how to do the steps to get to a photo. And I think you guys need to do baby steps. A couple of months into graphing is not gonna make you be a professional. And honestly, I really don't think anybody on here is qualified to be selling their graphs. I didn't start selling my graphs until a year, about 6 months to a year in, because I felt like, why would I have somebody pay for a graph that I wasn't comfortable with? But that's your preference, and that's the people who buy your graphs, the preference. That's not up to me. But basically, this video that I'm doing now is more of a lecture, more than, I can't teach you what I'm doing. I can only show you the guidelines. I can only show you how I get to where I'm getting. I can show you how I could take these lines and make it into one, and make it so that it looks good and mesh really well together. That's the only thing I can do. It's definitely going to take me some time to get this completed, so I really can't make a whole video on how to do it, but I can definitely show you, like I did, where I'm looking at and what am I doing and how I'm doing it. Make sure the shadow under the neck. You know why a shadow is under the neck? Because it's a dark area right there where your chin is hiding that part of your neck. So you making it discolored just makes it look like Nikki is gonna have a really bad blemish or discoloration under her neck. So you have to do it in a certain way where it doesn't look like that. You have to do it in a way where it actually looks like a shadow, and use that right color to make it look like it's a shadow. Make sure that her neck don't look like she has a bad problem. This is supposed to be an earring. Well, we're not gonna have these lines like that. That's just a no-no. So you're gonna have to fake this. You're going to have to make this earring look like an earring without having all those random lines, because when you have those random lines, again, it's just not gonna look nice at all. It's gonna look like a big mess, and people's gonna say, oh, it looks like Nicki Minaj. Okay, yeah, it looks like Nicki Minaj, but what she got on What's that over there? Okay, it looks like an earring. What kind of earring? I don't like that. I need you to understand what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and what every little detail is. I'm just strange like that, but that just makes me who I am and how I am today. As far as of her necklace, I'm going to have to fake this too. I'm going to have to design it. I can't teach you guys how to design. I can't teach you guys how to make her necklace look like it's supposed to look. I can't teach that. You have to do that on your own. You have to find within yourself your creative niche and how you're going to make her necklace look like an actual necklace and not a gray blob on her neck. That's what you have to do. So that's why I say practice, 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 practice. Keep looking at your images. Keep staring at your images. Get critique on your images. And when you get constructive criticism, don't take it as this person is hating on me or this person is just not liking anything I do. No, I'm very hard. I'm very harsh. I've been lenient to you guys because some of you are just very sensitive. But I am very harsh with my admins. I am very strict with them. If they have to do it 10 times before that member gets that graph, they're going to have to do it 10 times. And sometimes I take it from them and just do it myself because I don't want not one graph to go out to a member and that member look at it like, how dare she call herself the diva and my graph looks horrible. So not one of you guys will get a graph that is just a big blob of mess. My partner Karen, she's just like how I am. So it's easier for me to be able to do these graphs the way I do because I have somebody who's by my side who knows images and know exactly what to do and how to do it. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this up. This is basically a lecture more so than showing you anything. But just study your images, guys. Study your images. Look at it. Look at the original. Look at the graph and keep looking at it. And if you have to keep doing it over and over and over again, so be it. Because that final crochet project, you would definitely love it. And the person who's making it will love it too. You want to take pride in your work. Why would you want to take pride in your work when it's not the best of your ability? Quality is always better than quantity. This is why we take a lot of time, because I'm not going to just pass out a whole bunch of graphs just because I want to hurry up and get it done and do another one. It just doesn't work that way. And if the person don't want to wait, then she can go somewhere else where they don't care. It's all right with me. It doesn't really matter with me. I'm going to always be how I am. And you guys should think the same way also. You should take pride in your work and take your time. And don't let nobody rush you. Take your time. And if you're doing this for yourself, you want to be able to, for yourself, say, this is a good graph that I made. And I'm going to crochet this and it's going to be even better than I expected. You guys have the capability. You guys can do it. Every last one of you can do it. Alright. This is it. I'm wrapping it up. Bye.